So many of you question the difference between full crochet maintenance and a crochet retwist. As you see, this client has a lot of loose hair right here at the root of her locks, which what I'll be doing is pulling that in. And what a crochet retwist is for me, I know different people have different meanings of a crochet retwist. Crochet retwist is just that, where I'm gonna be retwisting the root. So I'm gonna automatically just retwist that root so I can have the separation of that 1 inch area, so that when I go and wash her hair after this is completed, I'll have this area to still retwist and give her that look that she wants. But then in the meantime, all this excess hair here is now pushed towards the bottom into the shaft of her lock. And then I'm gonna crochet all of this. Usually for regular crochet maintenance, I would stop here. But because of the perfectionist that I am, I'm actually just gonna go down a little bit further to make sure that it's all natural and even with the rest of her lock. Because you'll see here down at the bottom, it gets a little skinnier because this is a more mature area of her lock. And because her hair is so thick and dense, it does take her actual lock a little bit more to compress and condense to be able to match this. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna just help it out by going through and crocheting all of this back into the lock. Because like I said, you see all this excess loose hair all throughout this. So once again, just to be able to clean this area up, I'm going to do like I'm doing a retwist of her hair, leaving all of this excess hair pulled down. I'm gonna take my 0.6 clover needle first, just because I like the deep hook that it has, and it allows me to be able to pull as much of that hair in as possible, as well as really dig into the lock, because her lock is a lot more dense. So I'm just gonna go through and really just clean and pull all that hair into the lock. And like I said, I do go down a little bit further. This would be considered body work, but since I have a little extra time today, I'm just doing it because I want her to leave with her locks looking uniform. So that's just the first round. I just went through, and you already see a difference in her lock. So now I'm gonna take my 0.5 and I'm just gonna use this to clean it up and just to pull any of that excess little bitty hairs that's poking out, and just really clean that up like so, like that. And I'm using a looping technique right now along with a pull method to be able to achieve this. And I'm almost done. See, my needle keeps slipping, but almost done. It doesn't take me long to get through these locks, but now you'll see how now it's more uniform. This still is going to have time to mature, but now you'll see when I go through and wash her hair and do her retwist, you see how that now is a natural retwist. And then look at this one compared to that. If I were to do crochet maintenance, I would have crocheted her all the way to the root, but that's not what she wanted for this service. She still wanted to have that retwisted look. See how she lost a little bit more of that excess growth here to really clean that lock up. So moving forward, when she washes her hair, she doesn't have to worry about the hair pulling back out of her lock and growing out like it has been. So if you ever had any questions about the difference between full crochet maintenance and a crochet retwist for my service, this is the difference.